Anti-Semitism is on the rise in this country, but one local program is taking a unique approach to tackling the issue. As you'll learn in tonight's Making a Difference report, it's connecting students of different faiths to break down barriers and build bridges in the fight against hate. On this day at Seckman High School in Imperial, Missouri,
what I just blew is called a shofar.
the best teachers might just be students.
Very loud, and it's used for a traditional wake-up call.
Which is why Mr. Kirby is just an observer today in his German language classroom.
I want to expose my students to the whole world, especially to things that they might not know about.
The way my bat mitzvah looked.
This lesson plan is being taught by 4 Jewish students.
Another option that a lot of people tend to do is go to a Jewish day school.
To pupils unfamiliar with Judaism.
Something a lot of Orthodox Jews will do is they live really close to their synagogue because we're not driving on Shabbat.
The goal, to quell stereotypes and prejudice.
When we connect and we see each other, and when the students actually talk to each other, it breaks down those barriers.
Lauren Abraham is the director of the Student to Student program from the Jewish Community Relations Council of St. Louis.
You'll hear in the presentation we give a lot of statistics about how we're such a minority, but religious-based hate crimes, so many of them are focused toward us.
More than 100 teenage ambassadors volunteer every year to be part of the JCRC program. And after hours of training, they will visit more than 120 classrooms all over the bi-state area.
For a baby boy, there's a bris or a brit milah.
17-year-old Riley Fine says she felt a responsibility to sign up.
Every minority is feeling this hatred and just kind of this sense of doom in the world, that there's always this stuff happening and nobody's fighting against it. So I think that by coming into these classrooms, it is our way of hoping to change that.
So this is how you would spell shalom.
Each presentation is deliberately low-tech.
I have some props, like this is a Torah that was given to me by my synagogue.
And they touch on everything from holidays to the Hebrew language.
Just so everyone knows, the Torah is the Old Testament.
18-year-old Sam Deutsch told the personal story of his great-uncle.
It's an important thing to my family and to him.
Who survived the Auschwitz death camp and became an educator.
His philosophy was that if he spent the rest of his life wanting revenge and all that kind of stuff, that nothing would happen and anti-Semitism would go on in the world.
Stories like that strike a poignant chord for Mr. Kirby.
My grandmother and her siblings were all part of the Hitler Youth, and my great-uncle ended up in the SS.
A chuppah represents a home that the couple is going to make.
Which is why he invites the program into his classroom every year.
My Uncle Fritz and I even spoke about this program that I'm doing here and how all of this helps the world be a better place.
It's hard to measure the difference 1 hour can make, but for some it seemed to have a lasting impact.
It kind of makes me wonder, like, when did it stop being about the fact that we're all people? You know, regardless of cultural differences or traditions, ethnicity.
Student to student.
Or the best way to get rid of subconscious biases and stereotypes is to actually just interact.
Shining a light to eclipse the shadows of prejudice.
We do have our differences, but we can all connect together.
Thank you so much for listening to what we had to say today.
Yeah.
And building bridges of understanding, one lesson at a time.
We're very divided these days, and I think it's refreshing just to have a conversation with a human being.
If you'd like to learn more, we can link you to the JCRC website when you go to our website. And a reminder, if you know an inspiring story or a great story about someone making a difference, let me know by email at mbush@ksdk.com.